businesses should be owned by the workers and moving on from there. But I don't necessarily like have like strong opinions on like centralized economies and shit. But it's like, it's just like you get like these weird fights with people, like we were Leah, can you hear us? Oh, we were talking about when you mentioned the flyer you saw and that they were Trotskyists and that you weren't a Trotskyist and
Oh,
everything.
it's so annoying when they do that.
Well,
It's just it to me it's the annoying part of like I have a lot of people come into my comments and they're like, what do you identify as? Are you an anarcho-communist or a
exactly, yeah.
Marxist-Leninist? And I go by communist because like that is the furthest that I can push the Overton window and that I think is the best position for my what I think. But I would also say socialist. That's why my handle is socialist sleuths. But I'm not gonna go and be like, I am a Maoist,
yeah, anarcho syndicate.
Yeah, like
weird.
Bro, if you ever say that, like if you walk up to a person on the street and you're like, hi, I'm an anarcho syndicalist and I would like to talk to you about politics today, no one's gonna listen to you. You sound like you're in a cult. Like,
I know, right? And people get into like bitter arguments over it. It's like, oh, we're all Maoists here. No Trotskyists allowed. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
And oh my God, or the ones, I don't know if you guys have talked to them enough to where then they bring up the Spanish Revolution. And I'm like, they're like, the Trotskyists are like, we can't trust the Marxist Leninists because of the Spanish Revolution. I'm like, you mean something that happened before any of us were alive?
Oh boy. Yeah, it's wild. It is pretty funny.
It's rough out here.
Pretty funny.
This is why I define myself as a leftist or a progressive. It can mean any and all of the above.
I get so much flack from other people who are communists who are like, why do you say leftist? That's so bad. And I'm like,
Jesus Christ, really? Leftist isn't good enough anymore? Wow.
Yeah, because they're like, you should just be.
We are so fucking annoying.
And I'm like, and they're like, you should be more honest about it. I'm like, it literally, if you go to my bio, it says commie. What more do you want from me?
It's like, a purity test.
Yeah,
we love our purity test.
It's the no true Scotsman, whatever. It's just, it's do not like.
Look. So, I think it was Desmond who asked me about Kyle Kalinske when I first started doing the show, and like he was asking me about, because he was talking about breaking points. That's right. That's how we got to Kyle Kalinske, and he asked me how I felt about Kyle Kalinske, and I said that Kyle Kalinske played a major role in my political evolution, like 8-10 years ago or something. Like he played a pivotal role into taking me from like a light conservative to who I am today. So I owe him a lot. And as time has gone on, I have moved further left than him. But like his analysis is still pretty solid for the most part. But yeah, like it's way better than you'll get from most mainstream outlets. And yeah, he has gotten kind of lived up lately, but I can deal with that. I can. What I cannot deal with is the fucking blonde hair and earrings shit. I can't do it. Like I can't. Like it's just like what is going on here? Like
what are you doing, Marshall?
The way that he literally the way that he rips the vape too. I'm like, Kyle.
It's just like so. You know what's funny? I introduced my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend now, but my to Kyle Kalinske a couple years ago. And every once in a while she'd walk in, I'd be watching and everything. And then he started doing the show with Crystal. And my girlfriend would sit down, she'd watch, she'd be like, he's in love with her. I was like, what are you talking about? She goes, I can see it. I was like, what? That's insane.
Dude, that's on you for not noticing that.
I didn't notice
from a mile away.
I didn't know, really.
It was, yeah.
I didn't see it at all. I didn't see it at all. Wow. Blindsided
I
me
saw
completely.
it 100%. To be fair, I also just figured that with how much that they've worked with each other over the years, they're both single at this point. They both do the same thing, love working together. Like,
just convenience sake. Let's go for it. Yeah.
There's no way. I don't know if it worked out, and now obviously we do. But like at the time, I was like, they definitely have tried. They may not have worked out, but like,
whether it's gone anywhere.
They're more than just friends.
Well, hey, maybe I'm just blind to it. Maybe that is the case. I don't know, but I do blame Crystal for this evolution of Kyle's style that I am not digging, because it makes sense for her because she's dressing him like the guy she went out with in the early 2000s, and like that's who Kyle is for her now. And he's like, oh yes, dear, I'll go for it. I was like, oh God, I don't know, but it's funny.
It's
It
funny
is.
because I don't follow Kyle at all, so this is
You know what I'm
not
talking about?
this is
Yeah.
not my realm. But no, it's it's incredible how much I'm like technically like a fucking like content creator on the left, and like I know nothing about
Oh,
the left content sphere, like nothing.
the the best is when my friends from high school who aren't political will text me and they're like, "Hey, you make TikToks. Can you explain this trend to me?" And it's like a dance trend. And I'm
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
like,
I know. Fuck. All right.
I
You know,
do make TikToks, but no, I'm not dancing.
it's so, you know what? It's funny about that. I forget that side of TikTok even exists. Like
Uh-huh.
I'm not even aware of it. It's like, oh, that's right. Most people still that's the dance app. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's wild. That's so true. It's
God.
really
Or
funny.
like she was like, "Hey," she sent me this like cute little fashion edit, and she was like, "Can you explain to me these transitions?" I'm like, "No,
No.
no, I cannot.
What do you take me
My
for?
phone crashes every time I try to record a video." Like, no.
Leah, have
One
you been making content? I haven't seen a lot of your content lately. Okay, I was about to say,
Nah.
yeah,
No, I mean, yes, I haven't stopped completely. I did cut back a lot, mainly just because life was just so busy.
mhm.
And I am probably gonna keep cutting back, especially with med school starting in the next like few months. I need to move to the med school
Mhm.
and then prepare for that. So I
Mm.
think that I will just be stepping back from it. But I honestly, all of this Israel Palestine stuff has just got me like, I don't know if you guys are feeling it too, but like it's so hard to make content because if I cover it all the time, I feel one, like that's not my place. Like I should be amplifying voices that are Palestinian for it. And like it's not like it's not my cause to be the front line of. So I will amplify and lift others rather than me doing it because it's just not my expertise. But then on the flip side, making content that